what the hell happened. Welcome to the secret variant. Technically a take two. So, the broadcast software I use apparently put me live like someplace else. And here I am, you know, trying to just make it happen. Anyway, so I'm glad to see you all over here. So thank you again. I gave a bunch of people shout outs on the last video, and I'll have to do the same again on this one, which is fine. I thank you guys. And of course, the last one I got interrupted by an animal. So, yeah, let's see here. So, I'm going to delete this thing. Yeah. We got to take care of the previews on that one. So that was it was the presser 8.4. Then what the hell happened to the previous presser? Like, my God. Oh, there's no thumbnail there. All right. Yeah, I'm deleting that thing. Anyway, welcome to the secret variant, everybody. I'm Ultra Maximus. So if you're watching this video and you're watching the correct one here, which is fantastic, right? You're seeing this video because this is a FOC. Let's see here. It's a FOC review. I'm going to give you guys the rundown of all the books on Final Order Cutoff. That's basically tomorrow, unless you're DC and you're looking at some things that might have went on Final Order Cutoff a few hours ago. But I'm going to show you the stuff on DC Final Order Cutoff the following week. And yeah, good to see everybody here. Awesome Sauce Radio. We got Blind Adam, Howard Stern, Royalty up in the live chat. Good to see you, Blind Adam. And yeah, we're good, meow. Littering and I don't know what's up with Streamlabs. So I scheduled the stream. I didn't have any other streams scheduled, and apparently it dumped me into an old presser link, which was nuts. So shout out to everybody in live chat. Good to see y'all here again. So everybody here who's waiting patiently, you guys get to see it for the first time. The other guys who saw the first couple of slides, it is what it is. So, all right, let's get into this, everybody. Let's show you guys. So the soundtrack, of course, you're listening to is provided by my buddies over there at White Bat Audio. Good peoples, royalty free. And, of course, be sure to give them a subscription. Carl Casey at White Bat Audio, and you can also find him on Spotify. Now, Mr. Herd S. Eric is, of course, the guy who designed this wonderful Ultra Maximus logo. Going to give him a shout-out, too. Then, of course, you guys are animals, and I love you for it because, look at this. We're over 900 subscribers, and we're on our way to 1,000. You know what that means. So we got some goodies going on here, and let's, you know, let's share the content if you could. Please be sure to let people know about the Raw Report Hip Hop Variant Platinum List, and, of course, that wonderful Marvel Legacy second printing. I can't believe how many fire books have come out of this set. It's crazy. It really is crazy because there's a lot of them that not only the cover's badass, but they've got like good stuff on the guts on the inside. So yeah, Ultra 2.0. So basically that was a rehearsal. You guys got to watch the rehearsal. Was that cool? Hope so. But anyway, leave me a comment on the video below if you're watching on the rewind. And of course, you can leave me a comment on any one of those videos if you're watching it ever. And then right here is the Ultra Box logo. So if you're going through my videos and you see this thing right here tagged Ultra Box, make sure you click on the video and see what the contents are inside of it. And we got a pretty awesome giveaway for our subscribers here at this channel. And the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser is coming at you. And don't forget to follow me over there on Whatnot. Good stuff going on over there. Shout out to Mel B and Ninth Wonder and a bunch of you guys for just amazing success. Amazing success. And Super Chat's not active, but you guys know what is active. This thing right here says paypal.me/ultramaximus. If you feel the need that you wanted to give me any kind of you know, donation towards my comic book journalism endeavor, that's how you can do it. And it's not required, but it is much appreciated. And you guys over here in the live chat are amazing. So G Money Rocks, Matrix Comics, Nola Nerd, Prince Zodiac, James Lewis, Manny Comic Collector. Yeah, so let's get into this, guys. So we got a bunch of good books coming on Final Order Cutoff, but don't forget to check out my alter ego Rabam Alal over there at the Mighty Mel V YouTube's channel on Saturday mornings at 12:30 a.m., aka Friday nights at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time if you are over there on the West Coast. And that's where, of course, the spec matrix gets dropped over there. Then don't forget to check out our buddies over there at Comic Crusaders, Lucas and all them, Al Mega, and of course Sith Lordly, Azores, and all the rest of the crew. Dave collects in the live chat here. All you guys over there, Spine Ticks, and there's also these guys over there, Team Nerd Herd, just good peoples. Make sure you guys are giving them a follow, and of course support everybody in the community who does not have 1,000 subscribers, and help them break the algorithm. So that thousand is such a threshold to break, and it really does unlock all that functionality of YouTube. So it's a wonderful thing to get. Now, Wanted Comics exclusive, of course, pretty awesome. So is their Masters of the Universe Revelation. And be sure to check out all the rest of their exclusives over there at wantedcomics.com. And shout out to Drew. Just honest, good guy in the business, and that's much appreciated. Also want to give a shout out to another store who duped me into buying his expensive variant live on air in front of all of my drunken sharks over there at It's Drunken Chat, son. Dennis and his Ultimate Comics Fallout, Ultimate Fallout 4, basically. Sailfish and Wonderworld combination facsimile virgin Dirjevek cover. So there is your first cover appearance of Miles Morales variant, the 1 in 75 Dirjevek, I believe it is. And it's a pretty awesome cover to have virginized, and that is going to be the facsimile, which, I wonder if there's one on FOC today. Don't forget to check out our buddies over there at comicbarricade.com, giving you guys the best in collection organizing utilities, because let me tell you something, I use this thing all the time. I've got 2 of them that are sitting right next to me in the boxes that I'm sorting, and then I got a whole bunch of boxes behind me that have a bunch of them in them. So make sure you guys check out that code ULTRA for 10% off there. All right, and let's get kicking in the secret variant here. So these things are going to be awesome. So this is called the spoilers. Now, the spoilerific reason for this is because we're looking at books that don't come out for 3+ weeks, some of them a month out, but most of these books are slated for a 9/1 release. So keep that in mind as to why the spoilers are happening. So if you aren't reading the comics currently, well, this is kind of the game that we have to play. We try not to be spoiled, and solicits try not to spoil us too much, but sometimes a cover might reveal something that you didn't think was going to happen. It does. But take a look out for that one, and I appreciate all you guys chilling with us this evening. I don't know if there's going to be second prints yet, Comic Criminal. We'll have to find out. The Action Lab. And now this is not the Danger Zone. So this is not your risque covers. This is just a different type of storytelling from Action Lab. And here is your Citizen number 2. And then next up, we have Hath No Fury number 1. And next up, we got Aftershock, shattering our expectations, of course, with Almost American number 1. Hood Rat Comics, Team Nerd Herd in the house. And then Almost American number 1 with your 15 copy incentive by Juan Doe. Kaiju Score number 1, third printing. So Kaiju Score, as you guys know, this did get picked up by some kind of production company. So, yeah, I don't know if I heard either. Mr. Eric S. Heard says there might be a variant coming for Almost Americans by you-know-who. And it's a mind blower, because I think it might be the same guy who did a Beastie Boys homage. How about that? Kaiju Score number 1, third printing, of course. That's going to round it up for them. Ahoy Comics is another one of those books that is on the Lunar Distribution Network, which means the final orders were due a few hours ago. But this is the book that I showed you guys last week, so if you did want to order it, hopefully you got your order in for Second Coming Only Begotten Son, number 4 of 6. And then if you wanted some more from Ahoy, well, Ahoy is going to give you an offering that orders are due actually 8/15, which is next Sunday. And this is Snelson, or S. Nelson, Comedy is Dying number 2. And here's your cover A. And then S. Nelson, or Snelson, Comedy is Dying number 2, cover B, which is your Gru Sergio Aragones unlocked variant. So it's probably going to be an incentive, with it being 5 copy requirement. Let's see what the stores charge for that one. And if you're a Gru fan, well, that one may be for you. Archie fans, here you go. You got Archie in the 80th anniversary Jumbo Comics Digest number 4. The telepaths, number 1. And of course, I talked about this in the rehearsal. This is weird, like telepaths and government and stuff like that. And like they show a plane crashing, and then they show this dude behind a whole bunch of crashed plane, or in front of a whole bunch of crashed planes and like wreckage and stuff. And like he's looking like a Kingpin. So yeah. I'm wondering what's actually going on here, but of course Deodato's lines never cease to look great. Deodato does great art. Black Mask, of course, giving us a couple of books. Now, Alice in Leatherland was dropped a 3rd printing, which was not available. And then Alice in Leatherland number 5 has this one right here. And then God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes number 3. Now, this one did not show any variants. But I do see in 3 weeks after this one, there will be another God Killer series. So White number 1 getting a 3rd printing, and then White number 2 getting a 2nd printing. So make sure you guys get your orders in for that one. I don't think those are going to be allocated to the same 2,500 copies or whatever it is that the first prints were. Yeah, you know, Peter Parker's pants, it's one of those things. They do make it clear that they're only going to make 2,500 of them. So it's like, I'll give you this advice. Don't wait until FOC to order these. All right, FOC is not when you want to order those. Initial order when previews drops, the day previews comes out. So if you're not reading previews the day it comes out and you're putting your order in for some of these initials, you might miss on some of those low print runs. But Real Rude 6, sometimes you feel like your phone is telepathic. That's because it is. And Archie is big pimpin' according to Blind Adam. So we'll take his word for it because he is the comic pimp. And Azores, good to see you, man. And Fantagraphics, and this is where we left off on the other one, is because Fantagraphics was dropping a Red Room number 1 2nd printing sketch cover. Which is going to be weird, because I wonder what cover is going to be underneath the sketch cover, if there's going to be another cover underneath the sketch cover. Yeah, that was a lot of sketch coverage. Red Room number 4, cover A, Ed Pisker. So his cover A art was not available. But his 5-copy incentive was. Yeah, you know, if I can't change your mind on that one, Peter, I don't know what it can. But Red Room number 4, cover C, 10-copy Spawn Swipe with the X's. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be chasing after this one. Are you going to be one of those people? Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you are chasing after this Red Room 4 10-copy incentive. And here's the good news. Rewarding all of those who are chasing after that 10-copy, and I think they actually did this one pretty good. They got a Jeff Darrow cover, and if you look at the artwork here, it just gets more and more gruesome by the second. Like, it seriously does. It's yeah, the Spawn will look great next to the TMNT, that's for sure. That's right, Astro Wizard, that is right. And then of course Joe's Duel, and you're right, for Red Room Free Comic Book Day coming in as well. And just make sure that, man, you make sure that the people know when you're there for Free Comic Book Day that they're not giving that one to the kids. Because probably going to be a bad idea, just saying. Kaiju Max 6. 6 seasons of this? Man. So here's issue number 3 of Kaiju Max Season 6. And I think they have the issue, what is the issue, like, it just says 03 down there. I thought that maybe they were doing like a legacy numbering or something cool like that, right? All right, so here is your Scout Comics final orders due for 8/15, and this is Midnight Western Theater number 5. And then here is your Night of the Cadillacs number 1 of 2. So it's a 2-issue miniseries. You guys ready for this one? Night of the Cadillacs number 1, cover B, your incentive 1 in 25 foil variant cover. So while I eject an animal from the office, take a good look at this one real quick. So I like that some of you guys are saying this one's a sleeper. So it may very well be. Oh, sweet. The show is back. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry if you left. I don't know if it is a True Blood homage or not, but it's a pretty interesting grill and very interesting art. And then we get we got some people joining that are like, looking, what is that? I know, right? It's a crazy one. We're on some stuff. So Scout also had some orders that were due today. And the stuff that I showed you guys last week was pretty much the same list. So I didn't think they added anything different. They didn't sneak anything under the radar. Here's your Broken Souls and your Corset number 1, which I didn't see an incentive for that, which doesn't necessarily mean there won't be. So Impossible Jones number 1, and then of course there is this incentive, 10 copy. I have a feeling that one might do well. And then this has to be a sign that you guys are liking the Phantom Starkiller product, because a 4th print. I mean, a 4th print? Also, I want to remind you guys that if you are liking the Phantom Starkiller stuff, you should be picking up Count Draco, because the Count Draco is the sequel to that one. And there was somebody on IG that I follow that was like trying to do a store variant or something like that for Count Draco, and he was going to have Phantom Starkiller on it, and they wouldn't let him do it, which really sucks, because it was a Black Cat swipe. It was sick. So I don't know if you've ever seen the artwork. You might be able to see it. You might have shared it elsewhere, but if you did, that art is amazing, and I think that should be another Phantom Starkiller cover. Maybe that should be a Phantom Starkiller, variant, 4th print variant. All right, everybody. So yeah, we're through that one. Now we're on to Titan, and Titan is giving us the Rivers of London, Monday Rivers of London, and then Monday Rivers of London cover B. Oh, and they wanted to give us a cover C too, because we needed all 3 of those. So whatever's going on there, I am not reading that title. If you are reading that title and you can recommend it or give me a brief synopsis of it, that would be fantastic if you could leave me a little comment below. Tokyo Pop dropping Nightmare Before Christmas Mirror Moon number 4. So for all of you guys who are enjoying the expanded Nightmare Before Christmas universe, also leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it's something I should recommend to the wife. My wife loves The Corpse Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas. They're like some of her favorite movies, besides Wizard of Oz. Hi, honey. Dead Box number 1, cover A. No, not tonight. I'll do the coffee on the presser, but tonight I had a long day, my man. We did pictures with my 4-year-old for his first day of VPK. Oh, it's been a trying day. He's definitely 4. But anyway, Vault dropping us Dead Box number 1. And this is Engine Ward number 12, cover A. I thought it was another Dead Box cover, but it's not. Engine Ward number 12, cover B. And that art was not available. And then I hope it's not the last book you'll ever read, but this is the last book you'll ever read, number 1, 2nd print. And apparently, if you read the 1st print, you're not reading the 2nd print, because the 1st print was the last book you'll ever read. Hopefully not. So, what, Jamie, are you talking about the Red Room issue? The Red Room issue is, it's got a Spawn swipe, and it's risque with a couple of painter's tape X's, kind of like some of those other God Killer covers. But anyway, the last book you'll ever read, number 2, cover A, looks a little interesting. And then here is your cover B, and that's going to drop the last one for that. All right, now we are into our premier publishers. Of course, we're on to Boom Studios, which is going to give us Basilisk number 4, cover A. And that is a pretty sick tat on his back. And I gotta say, this dude looks kind of like the Techno Viking. Do you guys know who the Techno Viking is? If you know who the Techno Viking is, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up for mentioning the Techno Viking. So, Basilisk number 4, cover B. And And then you got your 25 copy incentive by Raphael Albuquerque. And then your 50 copy incentive by Shapley. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 29, cover A by Franny. And interesting cover, Franny. You know, she's definitely got that soft pencil look. Hell yeah, telekinetic age. What's up? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 29. This cover B is wild looking because that looks like a cyborg modified Buffy chasing after somebody. Yeah. And then your 10 copy incentive by Franny. Everybody thinks I'm the Techno Viking. I'm not the Techno Viking. That dude's way huge. I mean, I'm huge in Japan, but he's like Titan. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 29, cover D, 25 copy incentive. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 29, cover E, you're unlockable. So it's a version of the weird cyborg Buffy. Weird. Magic the Gathering, number 6. Cover A is fire. And so is the spell, apparently. So, this is, you know, this is why probably Magic the Gathering is going to do really, really well long term. Because this is a good looking A cover. And then some of the variants, okay, you know, not my taste, but if you're into these characters, this is amazing. And again, I'm just looking at the artwork. I don't read any of the interior of this book to know what's going on in it. I've heard some people talk very highly of it. And if you, of course, are after Magic the Gathering and you like these characters, well, and you like the artist too, well, here you go. Magic the Gathering, 10 copy. And here's your 25 copy incentive by Christian Ward. And this is one of those cover buys for me. Like, Christian Ward does fantastic art. Spidey Holic, Eddie V, good to see you. But again, Christian Ward does amazing art. And you should check out some of the things he's done in other places, like his Ultimates variant was phenomenal. They're going to give you a 25 copy and a 50 copy. So you do have your choice if you wanted to go for full-on Virgin without the trade dress, or if you were okay with the minimal trade dress, because it's like minimal trade dress. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. So we only find them when we're dead, number 8. Now, this again, it's in my read pile. I got to read it because I keep having more and more people tell me it's a good book. And of course, you know, gods and giants and all that kind of stuff. And if you're into Nephilim and Anunnaki, I guess this is a reason why people keep recommending this to me. So, looking for it. Yeah, Odyssey Ward covers too. Yeah, absolutely telekinetic age. This is pretty cool looking too. So this is the gods provide, keep the harvest. So I'll have to check it out. Here's your 25 copy incentive. And that's going to round it out for Boom. So it's actually kind of a light week, everybody. All these books, again, are coming out on September 1st. So I don't know if they're trying to regard that as kind of like your 5th week. But this is a pushback from a previous FOC. Black Hammer Reborn, number 3, your cover A. And then here is your cover B by Stephenson. Gru meets Tarzan. So the Gru artist is getting a lot of work this FOC, isn't he? Last Flight Out. And that's pretty cool looking too, because that's kind of, it looks like utopian. Kind of like, hey, you want to get off this rock? Lucky Devil, number 2 of 4. Parasomnia, number 3 of 4. Parasomnia, number 3 of 4, cover B by Reynolds. Witcher, Witch's Lament, number 4 of 4, cover A by Del Rey. And then the cover B, which is not available. And the cover C, not available. Worst Dudes, number 4 of 5. Dystopian. Yes, Dystopian. And let's see, Dynamite. And guess what, everybody? So not only is she doing this cover, and shout out to Mirka Andolfo here for an amazing thing, but she's writing a story. So Mirka Andolfo is doing a writing debut on Red Sonja. I saw her Twitter feed about this, so this is going to be pretty cool. For those of you who like Red Sonja and like Red Sonja artwork, this is going to be pretty good for you guys, I think. So here are your A, B, and C, and even the D cover here. Artwork looks pretty good. Here is your cover E cosplay. And it's not even covering it. Like, do you guys see what I see? Like, if you look closely there, like, the thing doesn't even cover. Yeah, you know, but why Red Sonja story? Because Leftover Zaggy, they know that you want to buy all 14 of these covers. I think there's actually more than that. So here's cover G. And this is your 10 copy incentive by Brett Booth, which is fantastic. Here's your 15 copy incentive by Andolfo, black and white. 20 copy incentive by Durso. Now, that one's a virgin. And then here is your 25 copy incentive by Linsner. Your 30 copy incentive by Booth. Your 40 copy incentive by Andolfo, black and white virgin. And then your 15 copy incentive by Linsner, black and white virgin. But they're not done. Here's your cover N, which is your Atlas signed edition, and that of course is going to be the Linsner signed edition. Cover O, Andolfo premium metal, and this is going to be interesting because this is going to be a premium metal cover. So, heck yeah, everybody! And then here's your Andolfo limited version. Here is your Aniceletto virgin. Here's your Linsner limited virgin. And then, oh yeah, here you go, everybody. Seven copy virgin FOC. 11 copy FOC, and this is cover T. I think there's a few more. I think this is the last one here. 15 copy incentive black and white virgin. It's weird to get a cover to O. Was that the O face cover? Anyway, Vengeance of Vampirilla number 21, cover A by Lucio Perillo. And then here is your 21 cover B by Ben Oliver. And if I didn't know better, this is a postcard from the Vampirilla Resort here in Central Florida. So here is your 21 cover C. Pretty much on that combination between Jeff Scott Campbell and anime. And then we got Vengeance Vampirilla 21 cover D cosplay. Yeah, wait, was the Virgin cosplay cover O? I can't remember now, but that actually was pretty funny. So Vengeance of Vampirilla 21 cover E, 10 copy incentive. Vengeance of Vampirilla 21 cover F, 20 copy incentive. 30 copy incentive by Ben Oliver, black and white, which is fantastic, but you know what? The red tint also not too shabby. And just wait, cover I Perillo limited virgin variant, right? So there's that. And then here's your cover J, your Ben Oliver limited virgin, Vengeance of Vampirilla number 21. So that's an awesome looking cover for Ben, and I'm glad that he's getting some due. Yeah, you know, and Peter Parker's pants, man, it's the same thing I say every week. Dynamite doesn't really put out too many bad covers. I mean, they really don't. But this is wild here. Vengeance of Vampirilla with her vampire wings. Here's your 7 copy FOC incentive. Here is your 11 copy FOC incentive. And then here is your 15 copy incentive. So this is like, I kind of like this. The red gold and then the rest of it gray. It's kind of cool. The Perillo 25 copy incentive, also pretty cool. Ooh, wow, Prince Zodiac dropping some fire in the chat here. Vampirilla getting married in 25 to Dracula. Was that rumor correct? I don't know, but that's issue 21, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. And then a very light week for IDW. Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 8, cover A. Your cover B, which is your 10 copy incentive. And then Transformers King Grimlock number 2. And here's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And then here is your cover C, your 10 copy incentive retail cover. Cover RI. That's it. Image Comics. Beauty. All Good Things One Shot. So apparently, this is the finale to all of the beauty story. So, you know, I was on it early, and then I unloaded all my copies. I think by issue 4 or 5. I jumped on for the first arc, and then I was out. So it's one of those things. If you're into it, cool. Commanders in Crisis number 12 of 12, cover A, and then your cover B, and then your cover C, and cover D. That's going to wrap it up for that, which I think that's, of course, your final issue of that series. I don't know if it's going to come back. I'm not reading Commanders in Crisis to be able to give you a fair input on it, but there may be some people out there that are. Firepower by Kirkman and Samney. Geiger, number 6, cover A. Geiger, number 6, cover B. Cover C. Cover D. Hey Kids Comics, Volume 2, Profits and Loss, number 5 of 6. Ink Blot, number 12. Jules Verne Lighthouse, number 5 of 5. Cover A, and then your cover B. Oh, and this was just a repeat from last week. It shouldn't actually be on here. I was supposed to delete this one, but that was your Sweet Paprika second print for number 1. That was on FOC last week. But don't forget, they actually pushed, and that's the reason why I copied them over. They actually pushed Mirka and Dolfo's Sweet Paprika number 2 FOC from last week to this week. I don't know if it's because they put the 1 second print on FOC just to see if that would have resulted in more. Good to see you, Wolf Warner. Just to see if that would increase their order. So that may have actually been the play that they did on that one. But there's a bunch of these variant covers out here, everybody. So you find a cover that works for you. It's all good. Gallium Mark right here too. Gosh, his lines are always good. And then the Hickenbottom. And then your cover E is your Not Safe for Work by Mirka and Dolfo. Savage Dragon 260, cover A. And then basically the retro trade dress is your cover B. You'll never look at Paprika the same. Sweet Paprika. So, last week, another book also pushed from FOC, but at least this week they were gracious enough to give us the McFarlane cover. Pretty wild looking there, right? And then here's your cover C by Mattina, which we showed last week, but the 150 copy incentive by Barron's is your Virgin basic cover A. So, Medieval Spawn, virginized, 150. Why would they do such a thing? Usually a reason for it. Undiscovered Country number 15. Here is your cover A. Jenny Frisian doing your cover B. And then The Walking Dead Deluxe number 22. Here's your cover A by David Finch. And your Tony Moore cover B, and that's it. A and B. They didn't drop any other additional covers for that one, giving you guys somewhat of a break. Now, as you guys know, here at the Secret Variant, I go live. It is now 11:52 p.m. and when I get the correct stream, I go live at the correct time. But here we do final order cutoff. That is for next week's FOC for DC. So I give you guys a little bit of as much of the information as I can that's available to me at this time. If you see something here that interests you that has an A cover, but you don't see a B or a C cover, it's probably because they haven't released that information yet, and sometimes they won't even have it by the time FOC releases. So we're going to talk about these. Batman number 112 cover A. So check this out. Cover B, which is your cardstock variant, is Jorge Molina. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Thank you, Jamie. Batman number 112 cover B by Jorge Molina again, which is your cardstock variant, and that's the new Scarecrow. So then 112 is a 1 in 25 by Lucio Perillo. And then we have a 1 in 50 cardstock variant. So crazy to think about. Now, I put this one in here because they showed the cover B, but not the cover A. So I was like, okay, well, there's obviously a cover A coming. Batman: The Adventures Continue Season 2, cover A. And then the cover B was your cardstock variant. So that's pretty cool there. Batman Urban Legends number 7, cover A by Francesco Mattina. And that is obviously Batman Beyond by Mattina. So it's going to be pretty cool to see that. And then here is your Urban Legends number 7, cover B. Cover C. And then we move on to Black Manta, number 1, cover A. And they did not show a cover B, but I'm assuming there probably would be one if they showed a cover C. So I showed the cover C, which is your Francis Manipul 125 cardstock variant. So kind of cool to see them pushing Black Manta again. Maybe gearing up for Aquaman 2, because I know that's, of course, somewhat in the back burner mind of DC executives, is, you know, their DC universe. And by the way, Suicide Squad, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Crush and Lobo number 4, and this is, of course, an 8-issue miniseries, but here is your cover A, and they didn't show a cover B, but I would assume there is one if they label that one a cover A. DC Horror presents The Conjuring, The Lover, number 4 of the 5-issue miniseries, also labeled a cover A, no cover B shown. Green Lantern, number 6, did not show their cover A, but they did show their cover B, Brian Hitch cardstock variant. And I want to give a shout out to you guys in the chat from the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser who did point out that the previous issue of Green Lantern has Jessica Cruz as a Yellow Lantern, first appearance. Well, first appearance cameo was in that Infinite Frontier 0 way back when. And then I guess first appearance actually as a Yellow Lantern happens in that book. And it sucks because they missed the opportunity for that David Nakayama variant. So whoever's working the variant stuff editorially over at DC, you need to step your game up. Anyway, Infinite Frontier number 6, cover A. Obviously no cover B shown. Joker presents The Puzzle Box number 2, cover A. And this year's Zdarsky cover, but of course they didn't show cover B. Justice League number 67 by David Marquez doing a cover A. And they did show this wonderful looking cover B cardstock variant. Justice League Infinity number 3 of 7. Check that out. Nice House on the Lake number 4 of 12, obviously with the cover A shown. They didn't show a cover B, but you know there's one out there. And then, of course, we have the Other History of the DC Universe hardcover. I didn't realize I put the hardcovers in there. My mistake. I usually don't put the hardcover stuff in there. Rorschach number 12. And, of course, with there being a cover A and no cover B shown, you're missing that one as well. So they were really, they struck out, as far as getting your FOC list for next week together. Sensational Wonder Woman number 7, however, is going to be coming with a cover A, so make sure you request your cover B if you're a Wonder Woman follower. And then Suicide Squad number 7. He's in the wrong book, or he thinks so. Now, this is interesting. So, Superman getting a second print, different artwork on the cover. Swamp Thing number 7 of 10. There is your cover A, and unfortunately they didn't show the cover B, so you know that other one's going to be out there somewhere. And that's going to wrap it up for the DC stuff on final order cutoff for 8/15/2021. So here is all the stuff that just closed on final order cutoff for DC yesterday, aka in 2 minutes it will be yesterday Eastern time. Batman Catwoman number 7. There's your cover A by Clay Mann. The cover B did not have artwork shown, but that's your Jim Lee variant on a regular, so count that one as a Jim Lee variant. Batman Catwoman number 7 cover C is your Travis Charest. Batman Fear State Alpha, Ben Oliver, One Shot, Scarecrow, Miracle Molly, and Harley Quinn. On a cover with Batman on a cover A. Then here is your cover B, your cardstock variant. And here is your design variant by Jorge Jimenez, and it is a 1-in-25 incentive ratio. Now we're cooking, everybody. So the 1 in 200 and well, it's a 250 copy unlock qualifier, and what that means is that this is what they call the team variant. In order to get this, your store has to order a minimum of 250 copies of the A cover, the B cover, and the C cover just to be able to unlock the ordering of this. And then they can order as many of this as they want. Is your store ordering enough to qualify for this book? It's technically a store variant, but it's done through the distribution network. Changes the game, it really does. And for my drunken sharks, know what I'm talking about. Back in the 90s, they also tried that stuff with Dynamic Forces and American Entertainment, and a few of the other ones, basically, having their own variant cover for certain books. So kind of cool. And then, so get your pre-orders in for that one and try to talk your stores into it, I guess. But Batman, Superman 2021 annual cover A. It's a flip book. Here's your Francesco Francavilla connected flip cardstock variant. And then here's your Green Lantern annual that I was just talking about and how they missed that opportunity. But here is your Bernard Chang cover A. And then here is your David Nakayama cardstock variant. Harley Quinn 2021 annual number 1. Cover B by Derek Chu. Midnighter 2021 annual number 1, cover A. And good evening to you as well. 78 points of articulation. Thank you for joining us. There's your cover A, and there is your cover B card stock variant. Whatever he's beating bloody, he looks like he's having fun doing it. Now, this one's interesting because it looks like the Suicide Squad has a bunch of backup bodies for this guy, making sure that, it happens. Your suicide, depending on if you're suicided or somebody suicides you or you suicide yourself. Either way, Amanda Waller's good with it. And Suicide Squad 2021 annual cover A kind of shows that. Cover B, however, is going to change the game a little bit. So apparently this guy's on an alternate Earth, and he shows, basically the other Superboy shows up going, hi. So Superboy versus Superboy might be something that a lot of us have wanted to see, and the fact that it's in a Suicide Squad annual leads me to believe something might be going on here. Suicide Squad Get Joker number 2 of 3 with the Malieve A cover. Get Joker cover B. Hell yeah, dude! Astro Wizard, you need to get them like massive ones, man. Because 3 of those, and it's like eating a bag of the small ones. All right, everybody. So we're in our final publisher of the evening, which is Marvel Comics. So at this point, I'm going to remind you to smash that like button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. And here I am, not deleting slides. Anyway, now that we got the template out the way, this is like Extreme Hulk. So, Plastic Life, you bring up a good point. Sometimes they're considered second prints. Sometimes facsimiles reproduce everything, including the ads. So, yeah. Facsimile is a little bit more accurate than a second print, because a second print sometimes will replace ads, back covers, things like that. Well, here is your Sousa Miles Morales variant. So how do you guys feel about Miles adopting his uncle's Prowler color? Shout out to the Ninth Wonder. Fuzzy Dunlop in here. So, and yeah, Ninth Wonder dropping some comments here. Facsimile superior to a reprint, though. You can debate that one all day. Yeah, and you know what I like about this over here, Joe's Dueling? I like that the She-Hulk that we're seeing here is not the snoo She-Hulk. And then I don't know what you would call that Yelena Belova, because that's like extreme snoo. Captain Marvel number 32, of course, we're seeing the return of Dark Captain Marvel. So for you guys remember what's going on back in the early part of this series, well, that's apparently not Carol. Apparently there's somebody out there posing as Carol, and then they're going to talk about it. So here's your variant cover, and then here is your Miles Morales variant, which has got him. So this is kind of like a mashup between Miles and Scarlet Spider, and his Adidas got Air Force One bottoms, bro. What's up with that? Like, you guys see what I'm seeing? Right? Okay. But David Nakayama and the Spider Cat, of course, knocking this one out the park. And then he's got Spider Cat on his back, and she's got the Flurkin on hers. So we'll see. Now, this is also interesting. Dark Ages, number 1 of 6. And I'm going to point something out to you guys that's, my keen eye. But here's your cover A. Yeah, the AF1 sole does have a circle. See, it was a homage to it. But do you see the ripple pattern? It didn't look like any of my OG Adidas that I used to have, man. Because my OG Adidas used to have the waffle, right? Like the straight up just waffle board. Or those are my Cortezes. Those are the old Nike Cortezes. I'm getting older. And I'm trying to remember everything, and I'm having a horrible time doing it. But apparently I remember comic books really, really well. But Dark Ages number 1 giving us a black blank variant, right? And then they're also going to give us this Gleason Stormbreakers variant. Spider-Man. Imyuk Lee dropping this one right here. So, man, that is some apocalyptic stuff. Dark Ages Manipul variant. And if you look upside down, you can see Sue Storm, or Sue Richards, Ben Grimm, Vision, Scarlet Witch. And apparently, we're actually upside down in perspective. No, it's a 6-issue miniseries. 6-issue miniseries, meaning some things. So if you guys follow Drunken Chat, I kind of noticed this when I was looking at things. You guys see the shape of this guy's arms? I think Thanos somehow manages to get this dude's celestial powers. And that's that arm that Thanos has. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But this is your Stegman variant. And this is Dark Ages number 1. And then, of course, they got a Scotty Young variant for you. Now, all right. Demon Days Cursed Web number 3. This is, of course, the 3rd Demon Days book in the Peach Momoko verse. Yeah, so Prince Zodiac, go back and check out Thor number 6 second print and tell me that ain't that dude's arm. Because that's what Thanos has. Thanos has that dude's arm on one hand, on his left hand, and then he's got Mjolnir with the Infinity Gems in another. So I'm just saying, go ahead and check that out. I think I'm onto something there, but I may be wrong, and that's what speculation is. Guessing, taking a shot at it, right? But let's talk about Demon Days for a second here, because I know some of you guys know that I don't really like this. I really don't. The whole thing about there was a big push for spec on the book because it was going to be the first Momoko verse, and then they killed it by putting the Momoko verse debut into a King in Black book. That kind of was like, oh, hurt. And then all the different covers. I didn't like the story. I didn't like what they did with Wolverine. And look, if you're a Peach Momoko fan, it's cool. I'm not trying to do downer. I'm not picking this one up personally, but there's a lot of good covers here for Demon Days Cursed Web. But apparently, this is a 5-book series that she's doing in her own universe. So, look, they're going to sell a lot of copies with all of these covers, which may have people asking for later printings, especially when they put a Jenny Frisian on the cover B. But wait, it gets better. You guys are going to love this one. So, yeah, each one of them is basically is kind of like a one-shot, but basically I think they're going to tie them all in together later. So this is Demon Days Cursed Web is going to continue on with the Mariko story because we continue to see Mariko in here. But here is your Garbalska cover, your Gurahiru cover. And then there was a Ron Lim variant that did not have art available. This one right here is interesting because I can't tell if that's X23, which it probably is, or somebody else. I'm not following. Is it Mariko doing that? I don't know. But here is your Trad Moore variant. So Demon Days number 1 Cursed Web. Your Moore is one of your incentives. And then we got more incentives. So there's lots of incentives for this thing. Demon Days Cursed Web #1, the Bengal variant. Here's your Momoko Design variant. Jenny Frisian Virgin variant, which is going to have some of the Frisian fans, chasing after that one. And then the Momoko Virgin variant, which I believe is like either a 1 in 200 or a 1 in 500. I know it's a high ratio incentive. So yeah, the Frisian is probably more up there as far as Mystique covers. If she had done something like Elizabeth Torque did on that Astonishing X-Men, would have been wild. But I know that look at you guys in the chat already. There's a ton of people who aren't watching this FOC right now that don't care for Demon Days, that don't care for Mystique, but when they see that Frisian cover, they're going to be like, damn, I need that. So make sure you guys get your orders in for that one tomorrow. And then Fantastic Four #35, which is Anniversary or Legacy issue 680. And they're doing something special for issue 680, I guess. The JR variant, showing the different progressions of the characters over the years. The Marvel Duel variant, Super Skrull. That's actually a really wicked Super Skrull cover. Oh, pardon me. And again, I'm on caffeine, just no coffee. All right, so Fantastic Four #35 also has this wonderful Elizabeth Torque variant. And then we got the Paul Renaud variant. And then Jack Kirby did a hidden gem for us, and this is the artwork that they are using, of course, showing Doctor Doom, Medusa, Namor, and then the couple other members of the Frightful Four, Mastermind. Pretty cool looking stuff, and yeah, I like the Torque variant too. I love the way Torque draws things. And hey, now, not too shabby here on the Hellions A cover either, right? And Hellions #15, if it picks up exactly where 14 left off, wow. 14 was an amazing book to read. And then, of course, the artwork that I used for the Secret variant clip tonight, that is, of course, your Stephanie Hans variant. Open order, everybody. So both Hellions covers are fire. If you're a Psylocke collector, you're definitely getting yourself down for those. I'm actually shocked there's not an incentive. Really shocked. Kazar Marvel Tales #1. This actually reprints a bunch of good Kazar books, including some Sauron with the X-Men stuff. So if you guys are into that, there's some good reads for you. And then, of course, Joshua Sway, whatever they're calling him nowadays. Well, here is his 50-copy version of the A cover, basically just without trade dress. Now, The Last Annihilation, Wiccan, and Hulkling is getting a one-shot, and there is no incentive that I saw. This is your B cover, but it's not an incentive. So those are your two covers. And then New Mutants #21. New Mutants #21 having the Edge variant. And then we're into Sinister War. And Sinister War #4 give us Bagley variant, Handbook variant, and everybody, this is your Lady Octopus Handbook variant. So this is pretty cool, where they, it's basically like the same inputs they used to put in the old Marvel Handbook stuff. So check it out if you're into it. It's probably a good pickup. If you're into it, I don't see any other reason otherwise, but I may be wrong. Sinister variant #4. Oh, I'm sorry, Sinister War #4, not variant. See? The Varegi variant here is a pretty cool Vulture variant. And then here is your incentive by Gomez with Captain Boomerang, who apparently him and Peter are on the outs, but they used to be cool. And continuing on, Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, we have a Dr. Aphra cover here. Here is your new thing that they're doing. I guess they're replacing the Wanted posters with the Blueprint variants now. So the Villanelli Blueprint variant. And then here is your Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th Anniversary variant. Star Wars High Republic #9. Star Wars High Republic #9 variant cover. But guess what? That's not your incentive. And 78 points? No, man. I honestly, I've had a long day, and normally I can go to sleep on coffee, but I'm gonna save that for the morning, just in case, because I might need it. But Star Wars High Republic number 9 U variant. So tomorrow is the last day of me watching my kid at home before he goes to VPK. So it's going to be a trying day. Let's just say the kid was a handful today. We tried getting some pictures done. We got pictures done, but he was indeed a handful. Not listening to his mom and dad today. So had to fight with that. 4-year-olds are terrorists. Let's just be honest. But anyway, let me back up for a second here. So this right here again is the Star Wars High Republic U variant. So this is your 25 copy incentive. So this is also the character who first appears in 7, who first appeared in the novel, but I don't know if she appeared in the Star Wars Insider or any of the other places that the Star Wars High Republic had that debut, same day as the comic. So think about that one. And then here is your facsimile edition of Ultimate Fallout 4. So this one's going to look, again, identical, and shout out to Ninth Wonder. You know, it's going to look identical other than the barcode and the $4.99 price. I don't think there's really going to be very much you're going to be able to tell the difference between the two. And then Web of Spider-Man number 4. And then here is your Greg Land variant, which I got to say, Greg Land, man, that looks amazing. That's open order. So how about that, everybody? So there is your FOC, and as I said, it was it's kind of a light final order cutoff, but I'm glad that some of you guys were able to incorporate what you needed to into your orders, and some of you were actually, like you said, clicking away. And I thank you all for being subscribed to this channel and getting the notifications when they go live. And I apologize again for my one stream that I had set up being sent to a different or past stream, but we'll get that one taken care of and squared away and deleted. But this again has been a fun episode of the Secret Variant, everybody. And morning from the UK from Franco's Comics. Don't forget to tune in to other Raw reports I do here on this channel, and be on the lookout because I'll be dropping something here real soon. So it all depends on what happens. If I end up not heading to MegaCon this week, it'll be content dropping. So don't worry. And don't forget, I've also got this giveaway that we're giving away on this channel called the Ultra Box. Ms. Rogue right here, I'm sorry, Mrs. X, Mrs. Remy LeBau now. She is still able to go home with you, just not able to touch you the way that she touches the Remy. But this right here is one of the many books inside of the Ultra Box giveaway. I got sitting right here, everybody. So this is my way of giving back to the community, and I thank you guys again for all the rewards of subscriptions. But make sure you're sharing this channel with some of your friends who you think deserve to know about what it takes to order books before final order cutoff, and of course to review the books that are out on release day. And you know what? I think this is going to be time to retire this slide and update this with some actual more things. But don't forget to follow me over there on Facebook and IG, everybody. ULTRA MAXIMUS, and you can tag me in news. You know, you can also send me messages and PMs, but PMs probably work best through Twitter because I'm bombarded everywhere else. However, tag me in news that you think you can see on Twitter, you think I should probably be talking about. And I do want to thank every one of you guys for tuning into this broadcast. And let's just chill with you guys in the chat for a minute and see what's going on. Eric Hurd, Prince Zodiac, thanks for tuning in. Joe's Dueling. Werewolf by Night 32 facsimile caused some eBay mistakes as well. Look, and that's just it. You know, educate these people on what a facsimile is and why they shouldn't be spending $49.99 on it on eBay when they can go to their store and pick it up for $4.99, because that does happen, you know. And Astro Wizard, I appreciate you guys you coming by too, man. Let's see, definitely grabbing that. Good to hear. I'm glad I can make an impact on some of you guys. And look here, shout out to the Spine Ticks. Thanks for the tea, you guys. Appreciate it. And 917 subscribers, so that means that the sub count went up, I think, by 4 or 5 today. So awesome, and I appreciate every one of you guys again sharing the channel. It's the only way we're going to hit that magic number of 1,000 and beyond, and wait until we start really making some waves around here. I might have to bring on a squad or something, but we'll see. Maybe bringing on some content from some other places, and maybe got some things in the pipeline. And yeah, shout out to you guys in the live chat who know what's up. And appreciate every one of you guys. So we're going to tune it out to some tunes. Don't forget to sub up to White Bat Audio for their royalty-free music. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, whether that be the Presser, Drunken Chat, or right here at the Secret Variant. And no problem, Geek Driven. I understand, my man. Catch you on the rewind too. And I will see you all next time.